Morning, afternoon, evening, internet. Hi, it's Lottie Lens. That is not my actual name. My name is Charlotte Dacre, and if you would like to follow me on Instagram, this is my username. I don't know what the kind of running theme is about me kind of introducing my videos in a really weird way. This wasn't kind of a previous thing that was happening. A lot of people have told me that it's funnier, so I'm just gonna be me and keep it real. Today I'm actually gonna be talking about something, I guess it's kind of a little bit of a serious thing, but it's a fun thing eventually. It's saving money as a student, because loads of my friends have asked me for tips over a long period of time, and kind of loads, honestly, like I've been inundated with people asking me how on earth I did go to so many places this summer and see so much of the world, paying for it completely myself as a student. I thought that it would be helpful for me to make this video so that hopefully other people can also go away and do fun things and not feel like they're restricted because of their student status, because you don't have to be. Just want to say I'm filming on a different camera. It's my older camera. It's a Nikon. I normally use a Canon. That is Will's camera, but it is having some serious issues. Anyway, I'm just gonna crack right into it and get started with the tips. First one is, and you may have already done this, I realise we're kind of at the beginning of university term time now, so you may have already established what bank you want to be with for your time at university. That's fine. There are better ones than others. The best one that I can recommend that I know of is Nationwide, and they also do a refer a friend scheme. Like if you know someone that's with Nationwide and you want to be with them, then to refer you, and you'll both get £100 for doing that. So that's really, really good. Will and I did that. That's definitely worthwhile, but also not just because of the refer scheme, you need to be with a good bank. On the Nationwide app that they have, it tells you exactly how much money you have available as soon as you do any kind of contactless payment or whatever. The Nationwide account that I have is a flex student account, and they allow you to use it abroad, so you can withdraw money or use it anywhere, and it doesn't cost, you don't pay a massive interest rate basically on it. So that was really helpful this summer. The next tip is something that you should do with the bank when you've signed up with them, and this is like the most important thing of all of the tips, I would say, and it's to get a cash ISA or some kind of really easily accessible savings account that you can put money in and withdraw it instantly. Basically what I use it for is when I get paid from work or when your student loan comes in or something, you can put your money all into the cash ISA and then you can drip feed it into your current account. This is safer for one, because you will never have more than, well, you should always try and keep under £70 I would say on your actual current account, so that if someone stole your contactless card they wouldn't be able to just go on a spending spree and the most you'd lose is maybe £70 or something like that. And it's really easy to do, and it really allows you to budget. Obviously different people have different amounts of loans. Some people might have a really large amount given to them, some people might rely on their parents, but if you do have, for whatever reason, a large sum of money in your ISA, you should try and divide it by the amount of weeks that you're at uni and then have that as your absolute budget for each week. I personally always go under, so for instance if my allowance was £70 for the week, I would only put 50 and then figure out if I really needed that extra 20. This whole tip will definitely help you in actually saving money, and at the end of the student year you'll realise that you had a lot of money left over, and if you can try and make a note of that as well, it really helps you. If you've got all your money in one place it can be hard to see what's savings and what you need to pay your rent and stuff like that, so it's good to know what you've been putting in from other sources other than your student loan and what savings you've made based on not spending over a certain amount in a week. Really, I think this is kind of essential, and it kind of amazes me that some people haven't got jobs at uni. Getting a job as a student is really the only way you're going to be able to do anything. I know that some people do get a higher loan, but that's normally because they have to pay for everything with that loan. That will probably only cover like rent and bare minimum living, even the people that are on the top loan, and you're going to need to have a job to be able to pay for like sudden costs. This is also how I saved up to go on holiday. I did actually work fully for my holidays myself, and so did Will, and that was just purely because we didn't need anyone else's help. Like we were completely able to do it ourselves, and if you can, I think that that's a really good thing. Like you need to remember that you're 18 now, so you're an adult, or you might be older than 18, so you shouldn't really be calling on parents unless it's something that you really need, that is a necessity, or if they just want to help you, if they want to do that, if they're generous and they've worked hard, because a lot of parents will obviously work to supply for their children. That's great, no issue with that at all, but it's good as the child to be like, actually, do you know what, I'm not going to take advantage of my parents if I have enough money to pay for things myself. Just being a little bit more careful with money allows you to do that. So we paid for our own holidays this year. It wasn't extortionate extortionate amounts considering we did go to some of the most expensive places. We were able to do it though because we had saved up throughout the whole year. Every time we got paid from work, we just kept the money back and wrote down how much it was. Holidays aren't as expensive as a lot of people think. You can do it on a budget and you can do it nicely as well. We didn't go to a single hostel. It was all really, really nice, so we were really lucky with that. Another thing you can do is, if you don't trust yourself with your ISA and things, you can give your money to a trusted person, a parent, or maybe a partner if you've been together for a long time. Someone that you know you 100% can trust with your money. Will gives me his money from work and I have a separate account that I just put all his money into just to make sure that he doesn't spend it, because he has a habit of just being a quick spender, and a lot of people do have that habit. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, and if you don't think you're responsible enough to look after your own money, then you definitely should try to get help from someone else so that it doesn't restrict you from living your life and you don't have to learn the hard way. I went the whole first year really struggling with money and really knowing what to do, so we decided to do this and implement me having his money, and it's worked out really well. If you do have someone you can trust, that is something that I would recommend, at least whilst you're getting used to things, but obviously if you can do it yourself, you are going to learn a lot more from that. The next one is use your student discount. I generally don't do things unless there's going to be a student discount involved somewhere. There's so many places you can go that will give you money off. Also, a lot of cities have discovery cards, so Bath has one where you can go to the council and sign up and they'll give you a card, and that's just for living in Bath, and then you get like 50% off or free entry to lots of the tourist attractions, which is brilliant. I wouldn't really recommend getting an NUS card because I found that mine didn't really get used much. Most places would also accept just your general student card that's free. Use the fact you're a student, never forget you are one. Always mention it. Charity shops are your new best friend. I don't know why some people are still high and mighty about not going to charity shops. I really don't get it. There's some things you have to spend money on. If you want to buy a perfume, you buy expensive makeup, stuff like that, you can't get it secondhand. So when you can get things secondhand that will be just as good, why wouldn't you do it? Watch my previous video of my haul. There's only like 5 things that I had bought new that I could actually talk about, and that's why I can't do many hauls, because a lot of the stuff I do buy is secondhand. The other day I got a 100% cashmere coat from a really expensive brand and I got that for £8, which is insane. I don't think it makes any sense to avoid them. You're also doing a good thing because you're donating to charity, so you should do that. I'm not pushing this one on my own agenda, although I kind of slightly am, is to eat less meat. So I am vegetarian, so I'm sorry if it feels like I am pushing an agenda. I'm not. It truly is cheaper to eat a vegetarian diet. You don't have to be fully vegetarian. You can just cut down on your meat consumption. It's going to be better for your health as well, and also if you're not a very good cook, if you've just come to uni and you don't really know what you're doing, just a bit more dangerous to cook because you can go wrong in so many ways. You can get replacement meats. Corn is amazing. Corn chicken tastes just like normal chicken, so if you want something healthier that tastes the same, isn't going to give you food poisoning, I'm going to end it there because I don't want to preach. Now this one's a bit weird. You should buy food online. If you can buy your food online, you might spend less money. Sometimes people might spend more, but I would say I have generally on average spent less, because you'll sit there and you're able to look through everything and decide, do I actually need that? Oh, have I got enough stuff to make a meal? And you're actually sat looking at the computer. You're not just walking around going, oh, that's on sale. And you can do it with your flatmates. And if you live somewhere where you're nowhere near a supermarket and you have to walk like 10 minutes or more, or get a bus, or like it's a real hassle, it's going to be so much easier for you to also just get your food delivered. So the final tip I'm going to end on, this isn't a very specialised tip, but it's just to be more conscious when you're going out. If you're going out with your friends, you don't have to say, oh no, I can't come out because I've not got much money, I'm trying to save. You don't have to miss out on anything. You don't need to drink to have fun. I know that sounds like a real mum thing to say, but well, I don't like drinking anyway, so it's easier for me. You don't need to. 1 drink, 2 drinks is enough. If you go out for a meal, try to just have water. It will be so much cheaper. Drinks in general, if they don't bring you an enormous amount of joy and you're not absolutely loving every minute of the drink, don't get it. Like, just don't do it. Do understand if it is a big thing for you. I know that a lot of students do love drinking. Don't take much money out with you so that you don't have the temptation of buying loads of stuff. I know people that will go out and spend £100 on a night out, which to me is crazy. I've never spent more than 5. Obviously, if that's what makes you happy, then that's fine, but you will miss out on going away and doing things like that. So just think, when you're spending £9 on a drink, would you really prefer to do that, or would you prefer to save up and then you'll be able to actually do more things and go more places and have a better broaden your horizons. Right, I'm sorry if this video was at all serious or boring. I just really wanted to give these tips because, as I said, a lot of people have asked me, and I just wanted to keep it as brief as possible with just summarising just some of the things that I do to try and stay on top of money and make sure that I can have the best life I can whilst at uni, because you don't have to scrimp and you don't have to live in poverty. You don't have to miss out on anything, just have to be more conscious. Right, thank you for watching, and if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be really, really lovely.
Yeah, I would love that.
Feel free to recommend any videos that you would maybe want to see. I'm going to be doing Will's makeup in a video soon because a lot of people like the video where he did mine. Yeah, it wasn't good for me. Check that out if you're interested, and press the little bell if you'd like to get updated. Thank you. Bye!